with a Kaisana, Gene for the running pick. Uzi still sticks on that misfortune. Of course, you got Uzi. Uzi actually plays a lot of Jin also. And we also have Disaster on the Braum, not gonna be an Alistar. And also a Zed towards the side of Omega here. On the side of Arise, it will be Arise and holding on to that Camille to face JLC's Kali. Time and time again, these two teams have always face each other non-stop. But if you are keeping tabs on these two amazing rivalries, of this amazing rivalry for Wildrift, this is their match number 7 on different tournaments here at the 16-bit wars quarterfinals. Without further ado, let's get on and of course introduce our players. On the blue side, we have Omega Esports, impressive on the Gragas. JLC on that Akali. We also have Stronger on this Alistar. We have Arise on the Zed and a time-lapse for the Kaisa. Meanwhile, on the right side jungle, it will be of Zaymage on the Oriana, Disaster for the Braum, Ryzen on the Camille, Joshi on the Lee Sin, and Uzi on the Misfortune. Forgot to mention actually their running rules, but you can actually see an overall and an easy trade for the jungle. For the jungle side. Alright, it will be a trade onto the red buff. Both junglers have been accompanied by their respective supports. But look at that, this is a very interesting and dangerous rotation for the side of Omega, actually targeting up Zaymage. Zaymage actually left his ball just so that he got vision of whoever will enter, whoever will be coming off from the red side jungle here of NXP. By the way, let me just double check if we are live on my page. By the way guys, what's happening here is once again Omega versus Nexplay Esports. And I think the live is doing well. Alright, the live is doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Bottom lane, outer turret is gonna be collapsed on by the Omega squad. They have one remaining ranged minion to go for. But of course, another minion wave will be arriving for the top lane side. It's a classic. We've seen this time and time again. They're gonna be trading each other's turrets. Both Baron laners, of course, will be pushed back. And the first one to take the first blood turret will be onto the side of Team Nexplay. Omega will be late by around 500 hit points on that part. But hold that thought. Mid lane, ladies and gentlemen, Stronger collapse on towards Zaymage. Another kiting back this Alistar. Joshi actually came in, did force a flash away from Stronger. But Joshi actually prioritized in targeting the Raptor camp. Alright. Very interesting approach between these two teams. Now, there's also the ward. We have the Scuttle being prioritized by Joshi here. First 2-minute mark rotation. So if you want to learn about these two teams, 2-minute mark, 1 minute to 2-minute mark would be a push into the turrets. Just look at that. 3-minute mark would be the burn of level 5's. 4-minute mark will be of the Mountain Drake. So let's look at the 3-minute mark. We're heading towards the 3-minute mark. You can actually observe them. They're already at level 4 on both sides. Some are already on level 5. And ultimates will be popping out and coming out. And of course, you have that little window of actually burning your ultimate by the 3-minute mark so that it will be ready by the 4-minute mark. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Into the front line, you have Disaster here. You have Disaster here. Also, just mitigating the damage that can be thrown as well by the members here of Team Omega. There we go. Bottom lane, Arise also did arrive on that part. Now we got the 3-minute mark. Arise is just waiting for an opportunity for Zaymage to face check. Zaymage would of course be wise on this part. By the way guys, the running score between these two teams is 3-3. Alright, 3-3 on each series that they have won. I'm counting for all the series that they have played against each other. If I'm not mistaken, they played already 6 series overall. And again, it went 6-6. It went 6-6. It went 3-3 on the share for that part. Okay, moving forward, we got time-lapse here staying down at the mid lane. 30 seconds, yep, will be arriving onto the timers for the Drake. But all that thought down at the bottom lane, it's going to be Zaymage being focused on by JLC and Arise. 2 assassin focused towards them. And of course, members of NXP will try to look if there will be one casualty that they can target in. Uzi did stop JLC's escape. Shuriken flip auto attack also with that double up. Finishes up JLC. Uzi was able to catch JLC just a few seconds before the trickle will be complete. My best bet is even JLC is already queuing in his items. And nice catch there by Uzi. Without JLC, this should be easy freedom for NXP to focus on this Mountain Drake. Mountain Drake already at 25 health, and that should be it. He's stronger, taking up a position, and maybe he can spot out someone. Zaymich might be, but Ryzen did stop him. Rather, the members of NXP did go for the chase on Impressive. They know that JLC will just arrive into the scene, and Impressive is already trapped. He did stop, and Impressive accepted his fate down at the bottom lane. In Mountain Drake plus a 2k gold lead here for the side of NXP. This is the 7th time, guys, between these two legendary names in the Wildrift scene. But let's see. That brush being established here by the Omega squad. Slow and steady. Alright. Ashirama versus Madara. The running score is 6-6. The running series score between NXP and Omega OMG is 3-3 across multiple tournaments. There you go. So that you have an idea of the running score. This is their Series 7. Okay. Herald, ladies and gentlemen, already in the position here. The members of NXP are, they're gonna be putting up a ward down at the mid lane. And of course, they're sending Uzi and Zaymich also to zone that one, leaving another ward to the side lane. Brush Stronger has an idea that members of course of NXP will be rotating on the top, and that will allow them to actually earn the position down at the mid. Here comes Disaster and also Zaymich. Bullet time getting bird gets countered here very quick by the explosive cast, so that no wave clear is done. You can actually see how much they value their minion waves. There goes Disaster. Glacial Fissure onto one target. Lots of spells getting burned here, but of course NXP is just trying to figure out how can they stop the push of Omega. Remember, it's not just the mid lane, it's not just the top lane, but rather Omega takes the lead by having Arise go for the split. 4 members here, make that 3 members. I think, yep, they got 3 members. Alright, close into the Herald. Members here on NXP secures the Herald easily, but of course they just make sure that it won't be so easy for NXP to complete the rotation as Arise once again completes the plating down at the bot. Okay. And that's it. That's for the timer right now. Looking into the items, we can see the first core items being unlocked already by both of our teams. Leandro is on the side of the Gragas, also the Akali. We have the Trinity Force also available for Arise and Camille. And another Leandris for Zaymich here on this Oriana. It's like really the default item towards backline mages or really heavy damage dealers is the Leandris. It just works so well, especially on the DOTs, especially on the cleanups, especially it scales well on the crowd controls provided for by your teammates. And let's see here. The thing here is that the Luden's Echo is not so popular because it's very easy to go do wave clears in Wildrift. That's why you'd want to do shot big damage and penetrate. Let's see here. They did collapse. Another Death Knight lands in the combo, delivers the kick so that no escape can be done here by Arise. They know how Arise does it. Every time you cast the Hextech Ultimatum, he will do the Death Mark, try to buy some time, and will be going with a Shadow out plus a Flash. You can actually see Arise, no Flash to be burned here. And they were able to actually deliver a blow down under the turret. They can even bypass the minion wave onto the top lane side and just utilize this Herald to go for the push on this inner bottom lane turret. The push that was led on by the members here of Omega is now mitigated by NXP by trading an inner turret. So total count is 3 for 3 on the turrets. Let's see here how will the fight break out for the Infernal Drake. Members here of NXP are already rotating down. You can actually see the first one is going to be Zaymich along with Uzi moving down. Alright. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you got JLC. He moves forwards. That's gonna be it. Joshi push forwards too. JLC has the shuriken flip near the Infernal Drake. Infernal Drake is secured by Joshi. Ladies and gentlemen, Arise will fall back. Arise is of course zoning out JLC and also stronger. JLC collapse towards Uzi. Uzi, will he survive? 5-point strike. Baits in as he got a stasis as well and survives JLC's rat. Omega is crippled. You have NXP getting a 5,000 gold lead on top of 2 Drake leads. Make that a mountain, make that an infernal against Omega. I forgot actually if they're playing on a double Elm systems. I think this is single Elims. I think this is single Elims, not double Elims. Single, okay. So we have semis and finals tomorrow. Alright. Let's look into the item. 2-7 for the running score, ladies and gentlemen. 7,000 on the gold lead here, handed for by NXP. Things are so looking so intense, as you can actually see that there are the ones in the driver's seat of this game. If ever Omega wants to get back, they need to get a proper setup, at least a good pick-up against Uzi here. But Uzi sitting at 1-0 for 9 kind of gold lead. You can clearly see how they're able to snowball properly into this game. 2 core items also for the side of NXP, and Omega is being pushed back into a wall. Ladies and gentlemen, Arise is there. Still 3 members of Omega is there. They're trying to regain control here on the river. But of course, the biggest headline is not this river side, but rather this one, the Baron side of the river. If you look into the fog of war for the side of NXP, this is the running vision. They have a vision here from the mid lane. They have enough vision provided here. They don't have vision on the blue side jungle, but they have the minion wave pushing in. So you can actually see the balance into the running push by NXP. Whereas this is the vision of Omega. Omega do understand that with the Orianna here, there is no chance that they're actually going to the Baron. Here we go. Let's turn on the vision. Collapse all in towards Arise as they are able to counter the assassination being planned off by Omega. Still, the mission is completed against this Orianna, but of course, the arrival here of that Camille finishes up the trade 2-for-1. Teleport plays will always pay dividends for your teams, especially to get the numbers advantage. Ideally, that's a 3v2 scenario that happened there. You have the bottom duo, you have the duo laner Uzi and Disaster just maintaining the push into the mid so that they kept time-lapse and Stronger busy. With this kind of timers, they have enough time to maybe even set up a Death Brush close to the Baron. Time-lapse repositions himself with the 3rd skill. But of course, there's an entry done in by Arise and everyone is collapsing towards Stronger. But of course, Stronger is not so taggable. He did have his flash on. Re-engaged by Arise. No, he won't commit. And Stronger is still burned by this misfortune. If you are accounting, it's not just really the misfortune. Basically, you got the red. But honestly, it is mainly on the Leandris also. Sorry, not Leandris. Xamich is dead there. But, yeah, the DOTs that can come in as well from the other members here of team Omega, of team NXP. Alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, they're moving down under. And now let's see as they push forward. 5-point strike is again targeted towards JLC. Joshi here goes for the chase. Protobet do go for the escape. And of course, on top of the safeguard plus the Sonic Wave Resonate, that's a lot of quick combo that can be delivered forward by the Lee Sin against this Akali. This is no surprise. This is no surprise, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of NXP, especially on Joshi, always checking in JLC. Now Stronger in a top position. Here comes Disaster. There's another jump, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the Killer Instinct will be used defensively, leaving his teammates. There's no chance really of Omega taking the fight here against NXP. They went for the Baron. Very clean. Alright. Let it be, guys. Don't worry about those who are toxic in the chat. They're gonna be deleted by the moderators. I ask that you ignore toxicity in the chat because just do it someplace else. Alright? Really. It's boring anymore. We are not on that age anymore. The moderators will just delete them. Okay? If we have to delete everyone, then no problem. But really, no time for toxicity right now. Wildrift is a very different game. We build this community not out of toxicity or anything negative. It's basically learning something and still following this saga between NXP and Omega. Alright, we move steady, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Misfortune They have the Baron buff here. Misfortune staying down on the mid lane side. But right now, it's not just the Misfortune who's also very, very fat in this game. You also have the Camille. You even have the Lee Sin. Both Misfortune, Joshi, and even Uze here sitting at 13,000 gold lead. They're going for the push down on the inner turret. Infinity Orb is already available. They're going to be collapsing towards the mid lane side. Timelapse tries to kite back, but of course, it's so very dangerous to trade up with Uze. Meanwhile, onto the top lane side, you have JLC winning the trade against Arisen. Arisen doesn't stop. He did try to sidestep the kick of Arisen. Arisen tries to decide we can connect. The hook shot, first kill, still wonder by Arisen, especially with adaptive defenses. LXP already pushing towards this bottom lane inhibitor chariot, already deleting 3 members here of Omega. Make that 1 on top, make that 4, and Tyler's the only one remaining as he watches his own base collapse. This game number 1 goes to NXP. It's well expected, honestly, from the side of